Welcome back to my channel, guys, and in this short video I'll be putting you through a short tutorial which is essential for your sewing needs, and that is how to finish the end of your zippers. Now when you're sewing, for some reasons and on different occasions, you will have to shorten the length of your zippers. Of course, as designers or tailors or sewists, we most times wish we could get the exact length fit for our projects, which is not always feasible, except you want to make customized lengths for all your projects and from the factory. And even if you make customized lengths, remember, let's assume you're making customized lengths for skirts and you make the zipper for like 8 inches. If your client is tall and the hip point is probably 8 inches may not work when you're making fitted skirts, because you need enough room for the opening so they can pull up the skirt easily. So that means you'll be looking for like an 10 or 12 inches zipper, which you may cut to like 10 or 10 should be perfect, I think. But so in those cases, you definitely have to like cut the zipper, or maybe what you have at hand is a long zip and you want to finish. You know, I know you have an idea, a very clear idea of what I'm saying. So the thing about this video is, or the essence of this video is, do not leave your zippers open-ended. Now when you cut your zipper, most times we have people who finish their zippers and they just leave it like this. They finish the sew wherever the garment stops and leave it. This is not good, because sometimes it starts opening, and by the time it starts opening, it makes the zip wear out easily, because somehow it affects each tab and it goes up. So how do you do this? You need to finish this edge perfectly. And why I like this finishing I'm teaching you today is because it blends well with the fabric you're using. Even when I have like a perfect length of zipper, I don't like leaving it like this, because this tricks some people don't like the feel. I don't like the feel of this metal on my body always, because sometimes it's itchy, it's kind of uncomfortable, so I want to take it off. So I usually take it off and I close it with the fabric I'm working with. So let's assume this is the fabric I'm working with. I'll be using this to make the 2 types of tabs I use to finish my zipper. Of course, I'm going to take this out as well, because to sew on this is difficult, and even if you tap this and this is still there, that bulk can be a little bit uncomfortable. So let's go and do this. You can cut it straight. Make sure it doesn't have to be perfectly straight, because it's still going to be covered, but make it as straight as you can, the exact length. And for some clothes, it's better you finish fixing. If it stops somewhere here, finish your fabric, finish your garment, and then we turn to the other side and cut off the part you don't need. Leave the little excess for the part where you will attach the tab with the same fabric you're working with, or with the lining. If the fabric is lined with the lining, it's going to be well finished and will look like a perfect ready to wear garment. Your clients will love it, and I think you should stick to this all the time in your sewing project. So let's go. For this first one, I'm going to iron this on 4 sides. On the 4 sides, you'll see when I'm done ironing. And for this one, I probably won't iron. It's a very fast way of getting it done. I don't really iron the tab on the second part, but the first one, the first method, you have to iron it before you fix it. So do what works for you on whatever project you're handling. We have ironed this, and clearly you've seen that I made sure I ironed this to the exact size of my zipper. You iron the 2 sides, fold it in and fold this back in, and feel free to cut this side like on a diagonal length, so that when you fold, you don't have the edges peeking out of your fold. Do not forget that is essential, because if you don't, you're going to have like a part of it peeking out somehow. So to have a neat finish, do that. And we're just going to sew in like this, and that's it. I'm going to sew this as well. So let's start sewing. Anytime you want to sew, always push your thread to the back to avoid it tangling up under. So this one is simple. Let's get sewing. This is the one we've ironed earlier, and here we go. And here we are. There we have it. The first tab, well finished and well ended for your projects. And the next one is simpler than this. I don't really have to do much for that one. That's for when you're in a hurry or you want to finish your projects so quick. So here you go. Assume you've finished your cloth is in, then remember you cut off the length. You start from the wrong side of the zipper, like 1 cm or ½ inch. Stop where the zipper ends, fold over just with your hand. You do not have to iron, your hand is straight enough. Fold over to the right side and just sew. That's it. It's quite simple, it's easier than the other one, it's faster, but why I don't like it is because it leaves you with raw edges here. And if you're working with a fabric that frays, you won't like it. So you choose the one you want. If it's this cotton fabric that doesn't fray, this works well. But if you're working with a fabric that frays, you may not like the outcome of this one. Now you have 2 types and 2 ways to finish your zipper on your sewing projects. Choose the one that fits each project, and do not forget to always snip off every single thread hanging on your sewing project. It's very unprofessional to have threads hanging out, and that's the more reason this one. Be careful when you're doing it. Do not choose a fabric that frays if you ever have to work with this. Or on the other hand, you can try to fold it in with the way you do this one, but you can do the same length in the same way we did this, where you have the edges folded in before finishing the tab. So have a good time sewing and keep the creative juices flowing. See you in the next video. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share with anyone who may find this helpful as well.